Hello, Earth signs. That would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Well, we are going to be looking at, for the Earth signs, what can you expect in the month of April? And for those that might have a rising sign, that's an earth sign, or even a moon sign, that's an earth sign. You're more than welcome to take a look and see what additional messages you might get. So you might want to first do your birth sign, which is your sun sign, and then your rising sign or your moon sign, and add that to get more messages about what you can expect for the month of April. So the first one is Taurus. That is the green cap. The next one that we have, which is the orange cap, that one is for Virgo. And for the last one, it's the pink top, and that is Capricorn. So I will have the timestamp for each sign, and that way you can skip immediately to that sign. And guys, remember to subscribe. I am growing my channel, and this really helps to get the more people aware of these messages. And thank you guys so much. Okay, we're going to start with Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So I pulled your oracle card from the Moonology. And what I'm going to do is, here it is here. And the card, oh, sorry guys, but you can sit here. The card here is the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. All right, so I'm going to read that oracle message for you. Okay, Taurus. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you may well come true soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. As metaphysician Florence Scovel Shevrin, this is from 1871 to 1940, put it, your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. Wow, Taurus, that's a lot. So we are looking at what can you expect in the month of April. And the overall theme for you is that the answers you need are coming. So I want to definitely tell you that you will experience some aha moments coming up in April. So let's take a look at what the cards have to tell you. So here's communication. This is the birds. This is about talking. This is about also being a little flighty. For some of you, might be your siblings. But this is more so about talking and movement. So I feel like try not to gossip or anything like that, because that can be part of this too. But for many of you, there is going to be this month about you communicating, you talking things through with people. Oh, wow. The next card I got is the tree. The tree talks about your health. It could talk about, being stable, grounded, but it's also with family, networking, something that you've been trying to work on or trying to do for a very long time. So I feel like, in addition to this communication, I think this communication has to do with family or someone that's been in your life for a very long time, a long-term friend, of course, family, maybe networking. But I do see that you're going to come to a crossroads. This is the pathways. This is all about you making a decision. Should I go to the left? Should I go to the right? Should I go up? Should I go down? You're going to have to make a decision sometime in April. This decision will pretty much put you on a new path, a new trajectory, starting this month in April for many of you. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so I feel like the communication also has to do, this is the King of Wands. This is usually a fire sign person. Could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or even an Aries. And we are in the month of for Aries birthday. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but definitely someone with masculine energy around them. So I feel like this communication, again, might be to do with a man, or could be a woman that is very masculine, or very strong, someone that's very creative. And I feel like, yeah, there are messages coming through. So I've got the Knight of Wands again. So this talks about messages coming your way. So I feel like this person is going to be very instrumental for the month of April with this communication. It could be your brother, your father, a male friend, a loved one, a lover, for anyone. But just remember, this is a reading for the collective of Tauruses. So if some of the messages you can definitely understand, then you take that with you, because these messages are for you. But if there's anything in here you can't take, then that's okay too, because then the message may not be for you at this time. Okay? Because this is a collective reading. But I also want to show you guys, this is very interesting. I've got the Lovers. Well, this is really the Two of Cups, but this is like marriage, partnerships. So this kind of also, now it's making me feel like for some of you guys that are in relationships, looks like you might be getting engaged or even getting married. And that is the message. So some of you might be proposing or being proposed to, because this is the long-term commitment. So I feel like, wow, that's what some of you might be feeling is that's what you're trying to decide. Should I propose, or should I say yes to a proposal? Or this could also be a creative project. Should I partner with that person? So it's definitely something that's going to be taking place in April with partnerships, be it love, work, career, relationships, any of those things. So that is coming to you. And that's so funny, because remember, your overall theme is the answers you need are coming. So you are going to definitely get the answers that you've been waiting for. Now let's see what else. I wanted to look at your emotions, like what's going on with the emotions for this month. So for many of you, this is the bird that's being released from the cage. So it's freedom, feeling free, feeling liberated, independent. You're not burdened anymore. So for some of you, you're going to just feel like, you know what? I don't feel stressed out. I don't feel burdened. I don't feel weighted down. I think for some of you guys, you're just going to feel like, wow, yay. And you're looking forward to April. Now, I see here too, I've got the card of exhaustion. So I do feel like for some of you guys, you're very tired. You're very drained. For some of you guys, you've been holding back a lot. You've been doing a lot. And I think a lot has been falling on your shoulders. But the beautiful thing is, with this freedom card, it just makes me still feel like you're going to be in a better mindset, a better emotions. And for many of you, there's some curiosity going on. So you're curious though. You've got that being inquisitive, being interested. So I think you haven't quite made that decision yet, but you're very interested in learning more about it and what you should do. For many of you, like, should I get married? Should I get engaged? Is this the right person for me? Is this the right job? But you want to know more. Which is why, again, the answers you need are coming. You're very, very curious about it. And maybe that extra person that might come can pick up some of the slack for you, so you don't feel like you're doing it all by yourself, so you can have that sense of freedom to do a little bit more things. Okay, Taurus, let's see what else we got for you. Yeah, look at that. This card talks about walking away with a reward, feeling like you have laid down the seeds in the soil and they've grown, and now it's time to enjoy your hard work and let things go. So I feel like you're going to be doing that this month. Meaning you will have your rewards, things you've been wanting to manifest. And this is the card. Wow, this is the card of completion. Look at the little angels there. So, and look at the rainbow. So I feel like some of you guys, you've been working very hard. I can see that too. For many of you, you have really been working hard. That's why you're so exhausted, and now you're just about finished. So I feel like April is going to be that month where you can start to feel like, I can breathe. You got a lot that has been going on in your life, but you are at that completion stage. And on this card, this is like the warrior. So I feel like you have the courage to move on. You have the strength, even though you're tired, to move on. This is the fighter too. So I see for some of you guys that you're not going to back down, and that you're going to get what you want and what you feel is owed to you. This is having the courage also. Now, this is the Knight, and it's the Knight of Swords. So it's also about messages. But these messages are more about intellectual messages, thoughts in your head. So I think you're going to discover new things. Here we go. We go back to that curiosity. There's going to be something new for you coming. There's so messages of something new that you're very, very curious about. Let's see what else Spirit has for you for the month of April. What other things are going to be coming? Ooh, that's a great card. I think one of the other signs got this too. The 10 of Coins. So I feel like this is about money. I feel like prosperity and abundance. I think that's going to be coming your way. This is also about the happy family. So for some of you guys, you've been working very hard, and now it's paying off. We see the success of your labor, and you're going to be very happy. So April is really going to be a very good month. It's shaping up to be so good. Okay, now for some of you guys, though, now I've got the 3 of Blades. Okay, so this card is also showing me, is this the card of loss or the card of grief? So for some of you guys, you might feel, you may have lost something. It could be a loved one, and I'm so sorry if that is your situation. But it can also be a loss of a job, a loss of a friendship. It could be almost a loss of anything. You have to look at your situation, and that could also why I'm coming up with the completion card. So, which you've been possibly stressing out. So I do feel like maybe some of you have lost a loved one that had been sick or something like that, or that may be coming up in April. So it's just a lost card, and I just want you to know, and obviously you have family around you and have some goodness around you too, because it still applies. Okay, so it's just this could be the loss of the old, because you do have those crossroads here, heading in a new direction. So this could be the loss of the way you used to live your life. So again, take what is going on in your situation, and then as April plays out, you'll definitely can come back to this and see exactly what these messages were for you. But see, I got the Ace of Coins. Look at that. I've got a new foundation being built, and money, an offer of money. So you've got I'm going to go back to that. You're building a new foundation. You're building a new life for yourself. You're something that I believe that you've been wanting for. You've been working hard on, because it still says, you're still building it. See, you're still building it. But look at the money. It involves money, prosperity, growth. So I see that. And that's just like Tauruses. Tauruses are very, you guys are very innovative and business driven. Just about every Taurus person I've known has had success in their life with their careers, with their money, with their businesses. And that's, I'm getting a lot of that here. Okay. And now I want to give you an angel message. So this is your angel message here. This talks about release. And I'm going to read this. I'll put it right here so you can see it. Endings that lead to new beginnings. The need to release situations or people that hold you back. Spiritual transformation. Wow. And that's a lot of what I had said earlier. So yes, release and let it go. You have reached that pinnacle part in your life for the month of April, and you're on to a new beginning. Okay. All right, Taurus, that was for you. And now we're going to move on to Virgo. Okay, to my Virgos. So I pulled a card here for the Moonology. This is your oracle. And this is the card here, which is so funny. Look at that. You guys see this? It says you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, and you are a Virgo. Isn't that something? So let's take a look and listen to your message. It's time to be fully honest with yourself and understand what leads you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-efficating? Let me read that again. Have you been humble to the point of being self-efficating? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer the question, have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Wow. Okay. So Virgos, we're going to be talking about your April and what you can expect. And that is your message for the month of April. You are good enough. So the first card, this is a great card. I love it when I see the sun. The sun talks about success, vitality, happiness, confidence, recognition. Shine your light, Virgos. Shine your light. And now here I've got the snake. Okay, this is the snake card. This sometimes indicates a woman or someone of feminine energy, maybe around you. So I want to say be careful. So this is kind of a caution card if there is a woman around you, or it could be a man with a lot of feminine traits. Just be careful, because I feel like there may be some distractions or some lies with this person. So just be careful if you come across somebody like that that you may know, or somebody new you may not know, but they may carry those characteristics. So just listen, but just be careful, because I feel like they might be lying to you. Okay, yeah, look at this. And then I got the woman card here. So with that female energy, yeah. So I'm going to go back to that. So you do have a success, and I feel like it's going to be a good month for you, but the caution is a woman. There is a woman, or it could be a man with a lot of female traits, or female energy around you. So I just want you to be careful of that female person or a person with those types of traits. They might make you feel like you're not good enough, but you are good enough. Just remember your message. So let's see what else is going to be happening for you in the month of April, Virgos. So the next card I have here for you, this talks about, this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is all about family. What do you call it? Not hereditary. You know, it's all about the family. It's all about your ancestors, your family line, your legacy. That's what I was trying to say. But this is all about money too. So this is to me a family card, a prosperity card. So I feel like for you guys, Virgos, you got a really good month. Money looks really great, and it looks like there is something to do with either a partnership, because this is like a marriage card too. This is a partnership. This can also, oh, be careful, some of you Virgos out there, because this is also could mean a third party, and especially with the snake above it. So yeah, for some of you guys, you might be dealing in a third party situation. So just be mindful about that. But for others, I see you working in a group, okay? But you do have the victory card. So whatever it is that you have been working on, I feel like you're going to come out on top. I feel like, I mean, because you can't go any higher than the victory. You have the victory, okay? You are the victor. And the situation that's going on in your life, whether you're working in a group, it's going to go well. If it is a third party, you are going to be victorious. And you can decide what you want to do in that situation for those folks. But I did want to look at your emotions. Like what are some of the things emotionally that you're going to have to be confronted with in April? So for many of you, you're going to feel very comforted, very self-assured, very nourished. So you're going to feel really good. And that's funny because it does go along with this card of abundance. So, and the Sun card. So for some of you Virgos out there, life is just going to continue and be very easy for you. But there is a group of you guys. Oh, look at that. So there's some third party again, jealousy. So Virgos, wow. There's a third party situation and this is jealousy, envious. So I'm just putting it out there. Somebody might be cheating, whether it's you or whether it's them, but it's going to get exposed in April for those that might be in that situation. Again, this is for the collective. So there's always multiple stories going on that I can see in this reading. So you're going to take what feels right for you, and you those are your messages. If there's none of this you can take, that is okay, because it's not meant for you. Okay? Not at this time, not this particular reading. But because we're talking about April, if this does happen in the month of April, you guys got to let me know. Make a comment. I'm just curious to see. Okay. So the next card is being vulnerable. So I know you might, especially if you are in this third party, you're just going to feel kind of lost, defenseless, helpless, just unprotected. But remember, you have the victory card here, that you can move from that situation. And that's a good card to have too. Okay. Yeah. So the next card that I'm showing here, if you guys can see this card talks about your shadow self. It talks about your fears. It talks about choices and decisions. So for some of you guys, you might let your shadow self, look at the jealousy card here, get the best of you. So we want you to know that you are good enough. You are beautiful enough. You are smart enough. You are all those wonderful things that you know you are. Don't let anybody tell you differently. But yeah, I see that there is a coming together. Yeah, it's so funny that all of this message is here. So I feel like in this first column is giving me a group of Virgos that are really gonna be pretty comfortable with their lives. Things are gonna be pretty great. They're gonna have to tackle some of their shadow self or shadow sides to themselves, but for the most part, things are good. And this column, I'm getting some of you Virgos are going to be dealing with third-party issues. I can see somebody came in, there's an agreement, there's a partnership, there's a union, and somebody came in and they're going to disrupt it. But all in all, in this last column, you're all still going to be able to move past these situations. But I do feel like somebody wants to come back from your past. That's what this card means. That someone wants to return from your past. It could be the person that cheated on you wants to come back. And they feel very upset or vulnerable, saddened that they hurt you, or vice versa. Or you could be the one that maybe had the affair and you want to go back to your loved one. But let's see. We're going to get some more cards here and get some more messages. Yeah, I've got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about that group again. There's a group of three. So I do feel like definitely there's a third party situation going on. But for some of you guys, I feel like you just have a great relationship with a small group of people or your family that you guys are really close. You could talk about almost anything. So I just kind of feel like maybe you might be meeting up with old friends again in April, people you hadn't seen in a long time, or just even going out. So I see that for some of you guys. I've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like this card is talking about movement, travel. So yeah, I think some of you guys are actually going to be going places, going somewhere. And you might even meet a new person, a new love interest on these travels. Yeah, because this is all about travel and also coming together with someone in the month of April. And then I also have the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is, look at that. There's like family that's around. There's partying. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of get-together. So you may have a family get-together. Well, there's Easter. So I do feel like some of you guys will be with a group of people, maybe for Easter party or something like that after church for some of you guys. But it's coming together. And that's where some of you might meet somebody from your past. You might see them somewhere at a gathering, something like that. Okay, now we're going to move to your final card, and it's going to be your angel message. So I'm going to let you guys see the card here, and then I'm going to read it for you. An amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. Why is that message saying this for the month of April? Because you are good enough. Remember that. You are good enough, Virgos. This is a really cute card too. And I feel like it's springtime. Look at that. Yeah, spring, summertime. But yeah, overall, Virgos, this is not bad at all. You're going to have a pretty decent, for many of you Virgos, you're going to have a pretty decent April. Some of you Virgos, I'm sorry, but you're going to be caught up in a third party situation. If you haven't, it looks like April may expose that. But all in all, it's pretty good overall for your April. Okay, and we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns, my Cappies. Both my parents are Capricorns. Gotta love my Cappies. So, the first thing we're going to do is we have your Moonology card. It's an oracle card. And we have it here, and we're going to read on this. So, let you guys see the card here. And it says, don't let pride get in your way. This is the full moon in Leo. And we're going to read the message. All right, Capricorns. For your month of April, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to the dilemma. if you're not been doing as you would be done by lately, let me read that again. If you're not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help your relationship. So to me, I'm getting also balance, putting some balance in your life, because as we know, Capricorns, you guys are workaholics. Oh Lord, you guys like to work, 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 work. So put some balance in your life coming for the month of April. Okay. All right, let's take a look and look at your first card. So we're going to put this up here. Okay. So the first card I got is the cross. So some of you guys for this month of April may be feeling burdened. You might be feeling like you're making a sacrifice. It also can be of faith, great faith. Some of you guys are working on your faith, your spirituality, asking for help. It's also about deep reflection and being patient. So those are some of the things that Capricorns that you guys are going to have to be, what you're going to be dealing with. And again, this is a reading for the collective, for the Capricorns. So there's multiple messages that I see. So I'm going to be giving you all the messages. So you want to take what relates to you and leave the rest behind. Okay? Because then those are your messages. If none of these messages make sense to you, then one, because we're talking about April, it hasn't quite happened yet for you. Or it's just these messages aren't for you. Okay? But if they are for you, great. So we're going to keep going. So not only do I have the card of burdens and sacrifice and suffering, I also have the scythe. The scythe means to cut away, break up, something that was sudden. It also can mean surgery for some people or danger. So this kind of, I'm starting to feel like before April, some of you guys maybe you have been burdened by something, or just feeling a sense of guilt, or some kind of suffering, or just in kind of this deep reflection, which is so Capricorn. Like I said, both my parents are Capricorn, so I know you guys like the back of my hand. But y'all can be very loving people. And then the other thing too I have here is the child card. When I see the child card, this lets me know about new beginnings. So a new phase in your life. Small steps though. You might be taking small steps to something. So I feel like you guys have not only have you been burdened and trying to release something, but I feel like this month of April that whatever that burden is, that it's going to get cut away, that it's going to end, and you're going to be starting on your new journey. Okay, so you do have a new beginning in the month of April. So that is actually really good news. Or maybe you've been working on a project that has been painful for you, or work project or something, but guess what? It gets cut away. Therefore, now you're taking small steps to seeing your way through what you desire, your happiness, whether it's the work project, whether it's a relationship. Some of you may have cut a relationship off that was burden to you. And now you're starting over again. So let's take a look at some more cards here, because I have the Empress. The Empress talks about growth. It talks about birth, the birthing of something new. It talks about fertility. So some of you Cappies that are females, you might be pregnant, and maybe it's not an easy pregnancy. And for those that may be having the baby in April, you may have to have a C-section for the new child. So that's for some of you guys. So that's putting that burden on you, for those that might be pregnant right now, or some of you that might become pregnant in the month of April. And I'll say, at least for the month of April, it's not going to be an easy pregnancy. You might have a lot of morning sickness. But for others of you, maybe you're working on a project. And that's going to be either has been or will be a burden for you. There just may be a lot more than you anticipated with that. But I do also get a judgment. So, which is funny because that comes right underneath the scythe of you cutting something away. So I see that you're making a judgment. So April is going to allow you to reevaluate your life, reevaluate what it is that you want, reevaluate this project, this birth, whatever this is that you're experiencing. So you're definitely going to make a judgment, and I believe you're going to cut it away. You're going to end it. Now, I'm going to give you a caution, because every time I see this card, this talks about options, but it also talks about illusions and delusions. So, and it's a lot of cups, so that's a lot of emotional energy there. So, and for Capricorns to be emotional, you guys are not very emotional people, you know, but because I do see a lot of cups around you, you might be a little bit more emotional than you normally would be. Maybe something's going on that's going to cause you, I don't know, cause you something that's going to allow you to release some of your emotions out. Okay. And it could be the birth of a child, because it falls right underneath the child card. But I do feel like you may have a lot of different projects and a lot of different things going on in the month of April, which I wanted to pull some of my emotions cards just to kind of get a sense of what kind of emotions are you going to be experiencing overall in the month of April. And I've got some of you are going to be worried. So yeah, that falls right underneath that cross that we talked about being burdened. So you're concerned. So some of you guys are concerned about something that's going on. You're not quite sure. It could be an actual sickness for some people. And you're not sure, what's going to happen with that. Maybe someone has COVID, and you're taking care of them, or something like that, or they're at the hospital being taken care of, which is creating a burden for you. You know, it can be almost anything like that. You can have a sick child, but there's something that's going to be going on that's going to make you worried and stressed, burdened. Yeah, wow. Not only is it going to make you feel that way, for some of you guys, you're just going to be pissed off. This is the card of hateful, hostile, vengeance, spiteful, so angry heart. So for some of you people, you're going to make that judgment, and that's why you're going to move away. So if this is a love relationship that you're worried about, and you're eventually just going to let it go, you're just going to be like, you know what, fuck this. So I do feel like there may be an emotional outburst, because you made a judgment and you decided to let that person go. Now, look at this. Now I've got resistance, rebellion, defensive, closed. So I do feel like for some of you guys, being worried, going through this stressful, hateful, hurt, but then there's also a sense of resistance, being a little rebellious. So that makes me feel like your April is going to be very interesting, Cappies. Very, very interesting. However, let's keep going, because those are just some of the emotions. But I do see a victory card, and this is awesome. So overall, even despite some of these emotions that you guys are going to be going through, you're still going to be on top. You've got the trophy. Of course, because Capricorns, they got it like that. Now, I do also feel like there's a man. This is called the good man. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It could be a person that has masculine traits, but they have a good heart. So if this is some of you, I think you're going to be able to get over some of those feelings. And then for others, I feel like you are letting a man or someone with masculine qualities, letting them go. They're going to hurt your heart, or you're going to hurt their heart. And that's that judgment, and then you're going to let them go. Now this is for April. Now, I do want to show you this too, because this is actually like the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you have been working on or experiencing and you want to see it come to fruition in the month of April, this is my card of yes. So if you are asking, am I going to get a new relationship? Am I going to end this old relationship in April? Yes. Or at least you might be starting the process. Am I going to get a new job? Am I going to get that job? Am I going to be victorious? The answer is yes. So again, this is my yes card. So this also talks about the wheel turning to, as long as you stay positive, then things that are going to come to you will be positive. But if you are doing this on the negative side, you're going to get more negative. So just be mindful of that for this month, because we want you to move past those types of feelings that are going to keep you stuck. Okay, I've got some more cards here. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Wow, look at that. You guys see that card here? The Wheel of Fortune. I had just talked about that. This is the same card. So it's being emphasized in April. The Wheel of Fortune is about movement. It actually is a positive card. To me, it's a victorious card. You will win. You will come out on top. Okay. So now I got the Queen of Cups. So what's interesting is this is a woman of emotions, or not just necessarily a woman, or it could be a man that has feminine traits. But this is all about you showing your emotions. But what's interesting, it falls right underneath the man. So I do feel for some of you guys, I feel like it's a love relationship that gets cut. There's a judgment on it. You get a divorce, or you break up, or something along those lines for some of you Capricorns. I can see that here. Or if you don't break up, well, no, I do see that, because there's a scythe. The scythe means to cut away. That means to end it. So I do see for some of you guys in a relationship that might be ending. Yeah. And I got the Seven of Blades, which is the Seven of Swords, basically. Now, I feel like somebody's going to be trying to get away with something. There's theft, stealing. I think they're going to be trying to pull a wool, because look at this. This is the Illusion and Delusions card. And it's falling right in the same column. So somebody is going to try to put a wool over your head. But of course, you Capricorns, you guys are very smart. So I feel like you're going to be able to see that. So this is a caution card for you. See, somebody's trying to be the fox. They're trying to be sly about it and slick. Okay. Now, this can be not just for a relationship. This can be at your job. So just kind of be mindful about somebody at your job. Okay. Or it could be almost in any situation. So just be mindful of someone that's going to try to be slick like the fox. Remember, this is for the month of April. Now, I have an angel card for you, and we're going to look at the message and see what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, here's the card right here. This is the Six of Wands. This says, the end of challenging times. Things are looking up, a welcome relief. Finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or an illness, travel or relocation. Wow, this is a lot of what we were talking about. So you can see, if you look at this card, look at in the past. Look at all that clouds back there. But look, now you're moving to a calmer, better, look, it's light. The light is here. You're moving to that lighter place. So yeah, so some of you are moving out of that relationship that was not good for you, or that ended. I feel like you're moving on to a new phase in your life for Capricorns, for you guys. So April's going to be really, really interesting, you know? And remember this message too. You guys are very strong people, so please don't let your pride get in the way. If you need help, ask for help. If you're hurting, seek help. It's okay to talk to people. It's okay to have people to help you. Okay? So, but all in all, your April is going to be interesting. And if you guys, please remember to like and subscribe, because I love to, I'm growing my channel. So I just want to make sure that enough people can see these messages. All right, Capricorns, your April. Hey, you guys gotta let me know how it goes. Let me put a comment. Come back to the video maybe at the end of April and let me know how it went for you. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.